Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to 2026. I hope you had a very good New Year's celebration. So this is sort of my wrap up of my 2025. I'm gonna talk about some things about my channel, talk about my plans for the upcoming year, a little glimpse into some of my goals and things like that. If you've been watching my videos for a while or you saw my video from last New Year's, you know that I'm not quite the let's make resolutions kind of girly, but I do have some intentions for the year that I would like to, follow through on. And I'm going to go over some of the things that I had talked about last New Year's to see, did I do it? Did I feel satisfied and accomplished with those things? So first and foremost, if you hear weird noises today, I don't know what my neighbor's doing, but there's some kind of construction happening next door. So I apologize for all the weird sounds. If you can hear them, you might not have to hear them, but I can. And I want to say thank you very much to everybody who has supported me through this year, whether you watched one video, you watched a bunch of them, you've liked a couple, whatever the case may be. It really makes me feel very good to see that you're enjoying them, and that I hope that it's brought you some happiness, like making them has brought me some happiness this year. Also, I am going to wrap up my books of what I read over 2025, but I'm going to do that in a separate video. So that's going to be something different. Last year I put it in the same video. This year I'm going to split it up and I will talk about all of the great books that I read over the past year. Okay, so I think a good place to start is to talk about what I accomplished that I kind of had set forth to do over this year, and did I do it or did I not do it? And basically, one of my things was I wanted to plan better. I wanted to stay more organized. I feel like I did in some ways. I don't know that I had the, use my planner and write everything down. I don't think I did that. I mean, I'm not even gonna say I don't think I did. I know I didn't. I did not do that. I have a very hard time sticking to a planner and just hanging on to it. I did, however, use an app. I play on that Finch app. I don't know if anybody uses it. It's actually like a self-care app where you kind of set goals for your day, and it's truly like a human Tamagotchi for anybody that was in that era. I had one of those. I think mine was like a Gigapet or anything. Does anybody remember that? Maybe it was like a weird knockoff brand. I don't know. But basically you're keeping a little pet alive by taking care of yourself. So that has honestly helped me achieve more goals than a planner. Sadly, I'm like, oh, I have to dress my bird today. So if you haven't heard of it, it's called Finch. And so yeah, so basically you set some goals for yourself. You can make them weekly or daily, whatever the case may be. And they really range from simple things. If you need help just being I got motivated, I got up, I brushed my hair today, you could do that. Or if it's, bigger things like I need to exercise this many times a day, you can totally set your own goals, and it gives you some ideas. But that has helped keep me on track with some stuff. I will honestly say it really has. And it's been fun in the process because it's kind of like a game. So in many ways, I did stay more organized. I keep track of what videos I plan on doing and keeping all my descriptions and things orderly in folders and stuff. So I have done much better with that, at least on that end. So I'm proud of myself for that, which has also allowed me to stay on a better schedule. And I've been able to, for quite some time now, I have put out a long form video once a week and then at least a couple shorts. Vlogmas kind of changed things because I did do the daily thing for a little bit, but I felt really good about my schedule and proud of that, and happy that I can, consistently put out a video at least once a week. That's definitely a plan of mine that I like doing. And speaking of Vlogmas was one of the things that I had talked about of potentially doing, and I did do that. So cool, I tried it, I did it, that was fun. Stay dancing and connected to the arts and exercise. I do think that my, effort to exercise consistently, that was lacking over this last year. I can definitely say that, especially since in my last New Year's video, I, had talked about closing the studio and everything like that. So it's very important for me to stay active because I'm so used to having a job that keeps me physically fit. I really do need to stick to it. So maybe I need to add that into my Finch. I need to make that a bigger priority goal on a daily basis. But yeah, I kind of lacked in that. But I did keep dancing. So at least on the performing arts level, I've done some choreography, which has been really fun, and that's kept me very involved. I have my dance channel that I had started, and I've been posting on that and things. I want to do more on that this year for sure. I have some other things that I want to put out there, so that will keep me going. And I have some other choreography jobs coming up, so that makes me very excited. I've definitely been able to stay connected, and I got a job over this past year working at a theater. So I've just, since my last New Year's video, those things have happened, and it's definitely helped keep me connected to the arts and just been an awesome addition to my life in this year. So those were good changes. And kind of, branching off of that, I had also talked about sort of like finding my place and my identity again, not being a business owner and, who am I now? Because it was that for so long. And now I feel like I've fallen into like place, and I'm feeling really good with who I am and how I'm feeling and where I'm working and the things that I'm doing. So I just feel really confident this year with all of that and really good about it. So it's a good place to be, and I'm really happy to see myself over the year kind of get there. And some of the other things I talked about were like I wanted to read more, I wanted to write more. I feel like I read more. I don't know if like page for page, did I read more as far as quantity goes? But I do feel like I more consistently was able to, just read for fun and kind of binge read, so to speak. So that's been good. Writing though, I was terrible on that goal. I could tell you that. I don't know that I wrote at all this year. I tried like bits and pieces, and I really want to get back to that. So I need to add that probably as a daily goal again. And it's hard because I am doing something now where I'm working on a computer for everything. And so when I want to, rest after work or rest after editing, I don't feel like looking at a computer screen to write, but also I don't like writing by hand. I feel like, I enjoy it, but I can't write as fast as what I'm thinking. So it kind of interrupts the flow of actually writing. So I've got to get back into it. I have to do it and figure out what works for me as far as the computer time thing goes, and just maybe scheduling some time aside. But I think that's my other hard thing, is it's like I don't want to schedule time to be creative. And I've talked about that before. It's very hard to schedule time to be creative, but you kind of have to. When everything you do relies on creating something, you have to still schedule your time and figure it out. So I do need to set that as a thing. So I didn't write as much as I'd hoped. And then my other thing as far as a channel goal goes is I had set my stakes very high at being positive and hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I did not reach that, but I'm still very proud of how many people joined my channel and are watching. And I knew that was a really high number to set the standard for, but I was looking up, I was being positive, you never know. But I do have some numbers here just for anybody that is interested in that and finds it, intriguing at all, or maybe other smaller channels out there like myself, if you're just interested to see where are other people at, because I do find it interesting and I don't mind sharing. So some facts about my channel, about Busy Bee Chronicles. I loaded 79 videos in 2025, and I did about 100 shorts. And then I gained around 632 subscribers. So that's really good. I'm very proud of that. So if you are any one of those 632 that joined me this year, thank you so much for joining. I hope you will stick around and keep your, notifications on to follow all my videos. But that's very exciting for a small channel. I hope to still grow, obviously. Right now I pay for everything. I pay for all my trips, and there's nobody sponsoring that or monetization happening yet. But I do hope for that in the future. I think that would be a really, great goal to have because it allows me to do more things and to show more stuff on my channel. But at the moment, it's fully just funded by me of doing what I want to do. So yeah, that is a goal of gaining more people to watch, as well as just kind of bringing some fun to more people on the internet and anybody else that finds this entertaining and wants to join me. And then my watch time hours were 13,493. So like I said, for any other small channels out there and you're curious and looking at all those analytics, that there are so many things to look at. It gives you another idea of somebody else. And I think everybody's numbers could be very different. Like I said, I'm not, sitting there counting the numbers every day of where I'm at and where I need to be, but it is interesting to look and see where you are, because those numbers do eventually affect whether or not you can, make this a small little job and make a little bit of money at it while you're also doing something that you love. And then my other channel is the Dance Navigator, so I don't know if you all follow that. If you're interested in dance or exercise, go check that one out too. It could be good for you. It's definitely for, people interested in dance. It's directed, it's instructional, and that kind of thing. But I posted 23 videos in 2025 on that channel. I gained about 341 subscribers, and I have 735 watch time hours on there. So my watch time is a lot lower on that channel than this one, but I did get a big, spike in subscribers over there on the Dance Navigator, so it's exciting. And that one makes me very happy too, because I'm glad to know that I can be helping somebody out there, whether they're kids or adults, people that have danced before, have never danced before. I like to know that I'm getting to use my expertise and, share my knowledge with people of how to do dance, how to improve your dance, practicing at home, whatever the case may be, what you use it for. That just makes me really happy. So I kind of talked about the things that I did over the past year as they related to my goals that I set for myself. But just looking at the big picture, these are all the wonderful trips and things that I did this year that cover all of 2025. And when you go and you look back and you go, what did I do this year? It's kind of exciting and fun to see. So I went on the Disney Dream for the first time. I also visited Lookout Key for the first time, which was a very fun trip. And I will try to link that video maybe in a card or down in the description so you can check it out. I will be going again. We'll talk about that in a minute. Lookout Key was a really fun experience. I checked out Fort Lauderdale Beach. I'd never been there before. We went to the May Day Festival, so that was fun. Got to go enjoy some Polynesian culture. I haven't got to do that in a while. It was the Disneyland 70th anniversary, and that was a lot of fun. I absolutely loved the celebration. I loved the decorations, the entertainment. It was just a really great trip. I had a lot of fun on that. I also went on the Disney Treasure for the first time, and it was an inaugural sailing, so that was awesome. And we went to British Virgin Islands and US Virgin Islands for the first time. I had never been to either of those places, so those are really fun ports of call, and if I ever go again, I hope to kind of explore and maybe do an excursion. I didn't do an excursion this time, but that's a possibility in the future. And then I went to Butano State Park, which I had been to before and I didn't realize until I got there again. But it's a beautiful hike and I just really loved that hike. I thought it was really fun. I went to the Cake Bake Shop on Disney's Boardwalk out in Disney World for the first time. That was fun. It was delicious. The restaurant was very good. I also went on my first and my last ride on the Liberty Square riverboat because I had never been on it before, so it was my first ride. But also they closed it, so it no longer exists, so it would be my last ride. But I did get a great video of that too, so I have the full experience and I can go back and relive it if I want to in a point of view style video. I also did Oogie Boogie Bash, which I've done many times in the past, but it was fun to get to go back and this time vlog it and show you. It was great, you know. Oogie Boogie Bash is always a fun thing to do during Halloween time. Halloween is crazy at Disneyland. There's so much going on, lots of decorations and things to do, but Oogie Boogie Bash is fun if you've never done it. You got to do it once. I did the Run Disney Halloween half marathon weekend. I did the 5K. That was so much fun. I loved my costume. I was Flounder. I really enjoyed it. It was a good trip, and I was glad that I, got all dressed up this time and just kind of enjoyed it even more than my time before that. I also got to go to the Walt Disney Animation Studios, so I got to go on the tour of that, which is a rare, opportunity. That was so cool. We got to see the Legends Courtyard. There was so many things. I could only take pictures of that one. There were no videos allowed, but I was so excited to personally get to do that experience and show you what I could. But that was just a lot of fun because I didn't know if I'd ever get to see it. And most recently, I went to the Gilmore Girls Holidays Made Here experience at the Warner Brothers Studio Tour in Hollywood, and that is so much fun. I've done it before. I did it again this year, and there were a lot of changes. So you'll be seeing that video soon. You'll actually see this one before I edit that one and show you, but it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I did it last year as well, so you'll get to see kind of the differences from what they did last year to what they changed this season. And of course, I stopped by Universal and Disneyland for the holidays because that's just sort of a tradition that if I'm able to make it, I visit the parks during the holiday time, and it's very fun. And like I said, in my personal life, lots of things changed this year. I started my new job as box office manager, and in here, I kind of revamped my little video space, which has been nice. I got my new chair and just kind of gotten my space to a place that I feel really comfortable and able to kind of sit down and chat with you when I have something I want to share. And I started making jewelry again. So I'm making bracelets and things, which seems like a very small thing, but I hadn't done it in a long time. I also like to put together like weird colors and stuff that I don't normally find put together in stores. So I enjoy getting to piece together the things that I like to wear. Okay, so now let's talk about 2026. Let's talk about my plans that I have so far as travels go. I've got some cruising coming for sure. So my first cruise, I am going on the Disney Fantasy for the first time, and I've heard many great things about this ship. A lot of people really like the Disney Fantasy, so I cannot wait to see it myself and to, of course, make videos, show you my experience, show you the ship itself, all the different things. And then something fun about it is that it's actually going to be a Pixar day at sea. So that's kind of a fun new experience. They have some extra things that have to do with Pixar that they're going to throw in on the sea days of the cruise. So I can't wait to see what that is, show you what Pixar Day at Sea is. That'll be a lot of fun. It's also a double dip cruise, so if you haven't heard of that before, it means that I will be going to Castaway Cay and Lookout Cay on the same cruise. So that's really nice, very relaxing, and pretty cool that you get to see both of the Disney islands in the same trip. So I'm really hoping for good weather. If you have watched my Lookout Cay video, you know that it wasn't the best weather, but I had a lot of fun. Honestly, I did very much enjoy it, but if you haven't seen it, you have to check it out. So I am hoping for different weather this time just so that I can experience it a little bit differently than that. It would be nice, but certainly not complaining about my last visit because I enjoyed it. And then another cruise that I'm going on is I will be sailing on the Disney Destiny. So I'm very excited for that. It's still an inaugural sailing when I go. And I can't wait to see that ship. It also looks beautiful, lots of fun things about it. So I cannot wait. And it will make me, having been on, at that point, I would have been on all of the ships except for the Adventure. The Adventure, I don't know that I will be making it onto the Adventure anytime soon because that one is very far away where it's cruising from. So I don't think the Adventure is going to be possible for me for quite some time. That would be cool one day. I'd love to go on it at some point. But yeah, so at that point I would have been on all of the Disney ships except for the Adventure. So that's pretty cool. And I also have a third cruise planned for this year, and that is going to be a maritime cruise. And I'm very excited because I haven't been on a maritime cruise before. I have done a Halloween cruise, and unfortunately I wasn't vlogging at the time, so I didn't get to show that to you. But I will get to show you a maritime cruise. So that'll be really fun. I can't wait to see, you know, what they do, what different things are going on, but also to get to do a cruise that time of year is very fun. It'll be a change of pace from what I'm typically doing in the holiday season, but I look forward to that. I think that's going to be a really fun experience. Now D23 is also coming up, and I do plan on going. I don't have anything planned yet. I need to start doing that, but D23 will be in this upcoming year. and I've got to figure out how I'm going to get there and if I can get the time off work and go. But I definitely want to do that again because D23 is a very fun experience. I also would like to see more California sites. So I feel like we have so much here in California to see, even if it's just like a short day trip. So that's kind of one of my goals this year is to, you know, go see some stuff that maybe I've seen before and so I take for granted, but it's like, you know what, you got to go see it again. We have some beautiful landscapes, some nice places in nature, and also just like some fun things to do here. And so I kind of want to, you know, check out those things that I forget about and go explore California a little bit more. And like I talked about, I want to add some more videos to my dance channel for sure. I want to stay on top of that a little bit better, and I want to write. So remind me, have you done your writing today? I really do need to get into that. I need to stick to basically one of 50 prompts of different stories that I've started and just follow through on it is what I need to do instead of starting something and not finishing it, because I have a very bad habit of that when it comes to writing. So I need to stick to it and enjoy it, find that time, set it aside, and make sure I do it. All right, well, I want to thank you very much for joining me, not only for today's video, but for the whole year of 2025. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to 2026. I think we have some fun things coming our way. I've got lots of plans. I've got lots to do. And yeah, I'm just feeling very good and accomplished with my last year and looking forward to the next. So I wish you a very happy and peaceful new year, and whatever your goals or intentions are, I wish you all the best with that. And whether there's highs and lows in the year ahead, you know, be happy with what you accomplish, be satisfied with your progress and the time it takes you to do it. Try not to rush. I think that's good advice. We all need sometimes from somebody else. You know, it will come in time, whatever it may be that you need to do. But yeah, I just wish for you to have a really great year. And with that, I want to say thank you again for buzzing by. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the Busy Bee Chronicles so you're notified for all of 2026 of all the new things to come. Thanks again, have a great day, and see you next time.